Ladies and gentlemen, for our season's finale, we wanted a guest star who was really something super special. And the one we had in mind was very difficult to get.
True, oh, so true. We begged, cried, pleaded with her, got down on a bended knee to her.
And all that didn't help.
No, she insisted on getting paid.
Anyhow, she finally consented to appear because she's a great fan of mine.
She's a great fan of mine, too, Dean. She thinks I'm another Kirk Douglas. Just look at this fan letter she sent me. Dear Kirk. She's not very smart. Look the way she spells Kirk. J-E-R-K.
Oh.
Anyhow.
Well, that figures. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest became a sensation overnight, but it wasn't until this year's Academy Award that she received the recognition she so richly deserved. So now, house for a king-size Chesterfield welcome for the Best Supporting Actress of the Year, Miss Gloria Grahame.
Thank you, Dean.
Well, welcome to the show, Gloria. You know my partner, Jerry?
Oh, yes. I met him once down at the beach while I was digging for clams. I guess I dug a little too deep.
Now, just hear this for a minute. I don't take that from nobody, Miss Graham, so put up your dukes.
Jerry, you can't fight with Gloria. She's a girl. She's warm, tender, delicate, soft.
Well, that does make a difference, Miss Graham.
Yes?
Want to wrestle?
Well, Gloria, when a girl is as exciting as you are, you can't blame a guy for trying.
Oh, women, we're all overrated. Take away a woman's hair, lips, figure, and legs, and what have you got?
I don't know, but I'd like to start a collection.
After all, a woman is nothing but a rag, a bone, and a hank of hair.
Shake hands with a happy junk dealer.
You know, fellas, it's a pretty horrible commentary on our times. When will men start to be interested in a woman's brains?
As soon as they start wearing sweaters on their heads.
Gloria, you sound like you're dissatisfied with just being a great picture actress.
Well, in a way I am. You work hard day and night for a couple of years, and when it's all over, what have you got?
$1 million.
That's the only thing that keeps me going.
That figures.
Frankly, fellows, the real burning ambition of my life is to produce a picture.
If you do, I've got a great title for it, The House of Wax.
Maybe Gloria wants to produce a cowboy picture.
In that case, we'll call it The House of Wax Goes West.
Splendid.
No, fellows. What I want to produce is a biography, the story of some famous man, like maybe Mr. Henry Kaiser, the automobile tycoon.
Yeah. He started off as a barefoot boy with no shoes, and now he has millions.
Gosh, who shines them all?
Gloria? Well, Gloria, if it's a man who's accomplished something that you're interested in, how about doing the story of my life?
That's right, Miss Graham. Dean once had his picture in a magazine.
Really? What'd he do?
I switched to Manischewitz.
So what? Lots of people have switched to Manischewitz.
When they're 5 years old?
It's a lie. It's a lie. I was 6.
You know, Jerry, I'd be more excited about doing the story of your life. After all, you went from rags to riches.
Then came income taxes.
Back to rags again. But such lovely rags.
I'd love to capture you on film. You have a very unusual face.
I can explain that, Gloria. See, his father and mother were related.
Yeah, that's why I look so much alike.
Yes.
Of course, all this calls for story preparation. Jerry, how about some background material on your life?
Well, Miss Graham, I was born in Newark, UAS.
You mean USA, United States of America?
No, UAS, under a sink.
Oh!
And you see, there were 14 kids in a family. Here's a picture of us all.
What's this standing behind the 14 kids, a duck?
No, that's the stork with his legs worn down.
I'll never forget the time I was born. Doctor, can I see my child?
Yes, Mr. Lewis. Here he is.
Jerry, darling. Darling, it's a boy.
A what?
It looks like a what, but it's a boy.
But, Doctor, he looks so puny.
You think he'll live? Is there any hope?
Well, that depends on which way you're hoping.
Oh, darling, just look at him. He has such tiny nails.
All babies have tiny nails.
Growing out of their heads?
Well, darling, we'll need a name. What shall we call it?
Maybe if we don't call it, it'll go away.
You think?
I've got a name, darling. Let's call him Melvin.
Melvin?
Well, I guess we'll have to call him something else. Have you got any inspirations?
Well, I don't know. What does he look like?
Oh, we couldn't call him that.
Never.
As the years passed, my father became meaner and meaner to me. He wouldn't even take me to the zoo. He figured if the zoo wanted me, they'd come and get me. The next turning point in my life came years later. Mother and father were sitting in the kitchen talking.
Franchard.
What do you want now, Reba?
You'll have to do something about our son Jerome. Every day he stays in after school and empties the inkwells.
So what? When I was a kid, I used to stay after school and empty the inkwells.
Into your pocket?
Our boy's a dope at school. I know that. Look at his report card. He hasn't passed one subject.
Oh, but history, arithmetic, and geography are difficult subjects.
I know, but how could he fail lunch?
Who's there?
It is Jerome, your man-child. Father, today is my 18th birthday, and you said when I was 18 you'd give me permission.
Permission to what?
Come in the house.
So I did, yeah.
You can come in, son, but first wipe your feet on the mat.
Very well, Mummy.
Well, what's taking you so long to wipe your feet?
First I have to take off my shoes. Well, I'm in. I'm ready to eat the other children. They're outside.
Jerry, you got the period in the wrong place there.
The period in the wrong place?
Yes.
Oh. I'm ready to eat. The other children, they're outside.
That's better.
Jerome, now is the time to get a job like your brother Willie.
Yeah, he's working in a department store. He's singing music at the music counter and selling perfume at the perfume counter.
Yes, son. The next time you go to the store, if you hear anything or smell anything, it's Willie.
Mater and Pater, I have a surprise. I've already planned my own career. Unbeknownst to you, I've been taking your course at correspondence school.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jerome. What have you been studying?
Squirrel trapping.
Oh, truly am I blessed. My boy, a squirrel trapper. Well, ding, 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 and call out the law.
The only chance for you, son, is to marry the wealthy girl your father and I picked out for you. Here's a picture of her.
I'm sorry, but I must hurt you, Mater and Pater. I'm in love with our neighbor. She's the girl of my dreams.
Oh, but son, she's a bubble dancer.
That'll give you a rough idea what I dream about.
Mother, I've asked Jerome's intended to come here. Please, leave the room.
But why can't I stay?
Because what I have to say to her is not for a lady's ears.
And besides, we need you to play the part.
Who's there?
It's just Honey Child, Miss Cindy Lou, Melissa Ann, Dixie Belle, Magnolia, Cornpone, Chickle, and Calhoun.
Cindy Lou was British.
Well, come on in.
Hello, Pappy Levitch. You all sure ain't dressed to meet a lady, you all. What's that you all wearing, you all?
Just my over, you all.
Oh, shucks and hominy grits. You all ain't from the South. You can always tell Southern gentlemen by their drawl.
Well, he's wearing his under his over, you all.
Now listen here, Miss Cindy Lou, Melissa Ann, Dixie Belle, Magnolia, Corn, Pone, Chitlin, and Calhoun, ma'am. I ain't gonna have no bubble dancer marrying my son.
Oh, but honest, honey, child, I won't besmirch the family's name. I only been arrested once. Pappy.
Sure enough.
Showed a little too much.
Listen, Cindy Lou, Melissa Ann, and stuff like that there, Calhoun. If you marry Jerome, what will become of him?
Shucks, everybody knows that he'll meet up with Dean Martin and wind up on the Chesterfield program.
Who told you that?
A fortune teller down south. She reads tobacco leaves.
My dear, marriage to you would ruin my son's career. In 1953, Martin and Levitch toured Europe, and they found out the public doesn't go for performers like you in England.
True, Dad, but in Italy she'd be a sensation at the wine festival.
Me, a bubble dancer, become a sensation at the wine festival? But how can you be sure?
It's a cinch. Instead of bubbles, you'll use grapes.
That was real great, Dean. Just wonderful.
Well, thanks, Gloria, and thanks for giving our sign-off for the summer such great trooping.
Yeah, Miss Graham. Say, how's about having a date with me tonight after the show?
Well, I'm sorry, Jerry, but I expect to be tied up.
That should make it more fun.
We're going to be tied up tonight, too, Jerry. We got to unpack all the presents we bought in Europe.
I certainly envy you fellows. You picked a perfect time when you went to Europe. Ah, to be in Scotland when the heather is in blossom.
To be in Smirnoff when the vodka is in bloom.
Well, anyhow, thanks for inviting me on your program.
Our pleasure, Gloria. We want to thank you for coming.
That's right, Gloria, and we also want to thank all those nice people connected with the show for having made this season such a happy one. Plus, of course, a deep bow of gratitude to our wonderful audience.
Yes, thanks, all you cats and hound dogs. It's been real crazy.
Well, I've got to run, fellows. Good night, Dean and Jerry.
Good night, Gloria, and thanks.
Before we go, we'd like to wish all you folks a happy summer and a great vacation.
And when the big day comes, remember us and toss a couple of cartons of Chesterfields in your bag.
Either way, regular or king size, they're swell-tasting smoke, and they're best for you.
Yes, for your best vacation, take along premium quality Chesterfield. You'll like them.
So until next fall, this is Dean Martin.
And Jerry Lewis saying good night and thank
God
you,
bless
everyone.
From Hollywood, you've just heard transcribed